a quick roll call for the record. So we have Keith Vibert, Bree Quinby, uh, Martin Skelly, Jennifer Wynn, Stacy Petrozella, and Mary Messier are all online. I'm just trying to promote Marty to a panelist. But so we've got more than enough people.
Could we have anybody that's not a panelist on?
Trying to get Mart. There's two attendees.
Okay. If there's anybody attending from the public that wanted to make comment, if you raise your hand with the Zoom function, Garrett can call on you and we can give you a few minutes for public comment.
Mr. Chair, I see no hands raised.
All right. So I think that brings us to needing an approval for the October 7th regular meeting minutes. So I would entertain a motion.
Motion.
And then a second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 All right. So
I don't know if
moving
I
on.
should abstain because I wasn't there. I mean, I wasn't a member then, but
That's fine.
Yeah.
You were at the meeting.
Yeah.
Okay.
We are on to public education goal. Do we have
Oops. All right, Bree, I don't know if you saw or if anyone saw there was a social media post for the pumpkins. I know that ended at the end of November, but at least it was out there. And I do drive that way fairly regularly now, so I do see the cows out there chewing all the pumpkins
Okay.
at Sub Edge Farm.
Great. Stacy gets credit for alerting me to that. So,
Can we back up? Is Mary a new member? Can we say hello
Yes.
and welcome
Yes.
her? And
Thank you, Stacy. I have horrible
Sorry, no.
manners. I appreciate that. No, it's
I
fine.
missed,
That's
I
on me.
missed the last meeting, so maybe it's on me. I'm sorry.
No,
No,
Mary,
Mary wasn't
you wanna
appointed
just-
yet at the last meeting, so do you want to go ahead and introduce yourself, Mary?
Yeah, my name's Mary Messier. I'm a retired school psychologist, and working on a project with my husband to remove invasives on part of the Farmington River Trail. And I was talking with Kate Grady Benson and about that project, and she was encouraging me to offer to be on this committee. So I think it happened in October, late October, I think.
Welcome.
Great.
Thank you, because you didn't meet in November, so right, I think that's what it was. Yeah, thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
All right. I'm just going through. We had talked about the pumpkins. I don't remember. Did I set up the OneDrive that we had talked about? For doing some of those public
I think
education
you did.
topics.
I think you did, Garrett,
I think I
but
did.
the ball's in my court now to I think set up the structure we talked about last time. So that's
Okay.
on me.
No, it's been 2 months and it's easy to set up a folder and completely forget that you did it. So that's more than okay. So I think what we had talked about was possibly doing some public information sessions with the library. We had talked about some topics in September. I can grab those if need be from the minutes. But if anyone has any, I did set up OneDrive. I'll resend it when I send out the minutes for this meeting. But if anyone has any information they want to pull together, topics, any thoughts they have for anything we want to do for like a public education, public information session, feel free to put it in there so everyone can start coordinating. I think Jen was going to kind of take a lead on that to set it up so we can organize it a little bit and then go from there.
So I know the Land Trust did a Dark Skies Initiative meeting, but have we ever done something like that for our committee?
Not in the last few years. Um, I know we've been doing um, the newsletter articles the past few years.
Right.
So that's definitely been more active with that in the past few years than we were previously.
Okay, well, that might
Um,
be a topic. I'll look for the, when you send it around, I'll take a look.
yeah, but it could also be, some of it is providing more in-depth information with, a subject matter expert like the land trust did with Leo, I forget his last name, who's the Connecticut representative for the Dark Sky
Mhm.
group, or Lights Out Connecticut, I'm sorry,
Right.
is the group
Well,
he's a
that's
part
the
of.
first guys. Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
doing another one coming up, I think. So it might also be good if one of us connected with Kate on like how they approach that for any, best practices, I think. But I think I saw something this week that they were setting up. I can't remember the specifics.
I think they're doing Be Bear Aware. I think
Yeah,
I
they're
saw in
doing
my
Be
email.
Bear Aware.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Bree, I'm working with a Girl Scout who's working for her senior certification, and her topic is dark skies. So I'll loop you in too to see what she wants to do and see if we can make that work with the committee too.
Okay, great.
It's Emily Collini's daughter, so everyone,
Oh,
yeah,
okay. Okay.
yeah.
Sorry, just taking notes. So I think that's about it for right now. The next newsletter is the January newsletter. I don't remember if we had talked about doing anything, Bree, for that one. We'll
Uh,
definitely put in a little blurb about save the date for the cleanup,
right.
um, which is April 25th. Saturday, April 25th will be cleanup. So we'll start that in the new year, but I'll definitely get that in as part of the January newsletter of saying cleanup day is April 25th. There'll be more information in the spring newsletter and on the town website in the coming months.
Or schedule that on a day that's not going to rain this year, right?
Right.
I can do my best.
Perfect. Thank you.
100%.
Thank you.
Uh, I'm not seeing any notes from, oh,
I think we just talked about the zero waste and the pumpkins was the last thing we talked about, I think.
right. We did invasive plants, right?
Yes, I think we did that in the
Yeah,
fall
we did that in the
newsletter.
fall.
Yep.
Yeah. Uh, we've done recycling. Okay, well, if anybody has any ideas, just let me know. I'm happy to work stuff up, but I sort of run out of ideas after a while.
I don't know if they have they written about composting and people
Yeah,
what you could do in your own yard, or I know there was a speaker at the library I don't know, sometime in the past year, but has there been any other recommendations for people in the town?
I think Bree did one for Blue Earth. After that, for the curbside collection. I don't think we've done anything for backyard composting in a while. I know a long time ago we had the backyard composting bin program where people could purchase them. Um, but I think that's all I'm aware of us doing, at least recently.
It gets rough with the bears.
yeah,
Yeah, that's part of the benefit of having Blue Earth available is that I mean, and you can compost a lot more through Blue Earth, which brings it to an industrial sounds bad, but it's a digester where you can compost meat and other products that you cannot safely compost in your backyard.
Mary,
Um,
I did a piece on on food waste and the importance of composting. Um, and I hope that composting will be a townwide program at some point in my lifetime. So that would be a goal for
Maybe more information for the town about what's going on at Westwoods and the fact that we are rolling it out in January at IAR. I think it would be good to let people know that the kids are composting at school.
Yeah, we did that. But I'm happy to do it again. I mean, just
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, I think doing an update of saying how much we've collected at Westwood so far, and then I know Sam's planning to start the IAR, IAR in the new year, saying the program's expanding.
Okay.
I did just think of this. It's more so for the public information sessions. Um, the new town hall has a pretty large, nice meeting space. So if we can always use the library or we can use this new meeting space. It's on the top floor, but I have seen it. It's a nice big multi-function room
In the
that we can use for
1928 building?
yes, yeah.
It's ready? People
No,
go,
no, not
oh,
yet. It was a tour.
It's coming
oh,
soon
Um,
though. It's coming
yes,
sooner
yeah,
than you
and
think,
then
I think. Yeah.
yeah,
amazing.
in the first half of the new year, I think. But yeah, no, there's multi-function room on the third floor. There's plenty of space as long as it's not taken, it's available essentially. So
Awesome.
that is another option available. I think that might have some more technology in it than the library rooms. So that way we can do, a hybrid session where it gets posted on, stream to Zoom, but it also be recorded so you can post it to the town website for people to watch at a later date.
If you could send me information on when the IAR composting efforts are going to be rolling out.
I think that's next on the agenda, so I'll let Sam.
Okay.
Yeah. So for school composting program, Westwoods is rolling along smoothly. I unfortunately asked for the metrics a little late, like right before Thanksgiving. Didn't get them in time from Blue Earth to give to Garrett, but for the next meeting, I'll try to get that information. For IAR, we're still hoping, like Garrett said, early in the new year to roll out that program. We are running into a bit of a snag trying to get the grant match funding on the stations themselves, but we're trying to work through that. And also, well, potentially we could go to 2 stations there instead of the 3 that we had budgeted for too. So, um, yeah, that's essentially where we're at there. We're hoping early in the new year that we'll be able to roll out IAR. I did have Union School, somebody from there, reach out as well. So we had always kind of envisioned this moving up to the high school next, but potentially we might reach down and go to the elementary schools in the next rounds. And that's really about it.
What's allowed for public private partnership? Like, can we raise money for the shortfall for the third? Are we allowed to? Like, what's it?
I don't see how that's any different than grant funding.
Okay.
I
So I
can
think we could.
let
I could ask some questions.
How much money are
Um,
you looking for?
that's a good question, and I don't have it off the top of my head, but it was pretty. I believe the stations themselves were about $6,000, and we
Okay.
had budgeted for one, so um, or for half of it. Sorry. So
Oh, okay.
yeah,
So,
so
so,
it's about
yeah.
$6,000 we'd be looking for.
Let me check with our finance department and I'll coordinate with Sam as well. It could always be I can check how much money we have in the Green Efforts account, which is separate from the town budget. It's the town budget, but we don't get any money from the annual town budget. It's just an account that grows. So we get money from the textile recycling program, and some other energy initiatives that we had done a long time ago. So that account does grow,
What
not
about the
quickly.
NIPs? Can we have some of the NIP bottle money,
I can check on that. I think,
please?
let me see.
the
Please.
what?
The nip bottles,
Oh,
which are
The little bottles.
a
Right.
huge environmental problem, and goes like that money has to be earmarked for environmental things. We bought a streets cleaner last year, which is great, but like, hey, maybe Green Efforts can have some of the
We
environment.
will be able to at least have a voice in that. I did run that up the flagpole and I didn't hit a wall. So with budget coming up, that's something I can definitely
That would be
put out
awesome.
there. Yeah.
That'd be
Yeah,
great.
we'll check on that and report back for January.
Yeah, I would
And
just
like I
be
said, I'll
careful.
coordinate
I
with
don't know
Sam.
that we can say we can make demands of the money, but I think certainly
No,
if we're
but
given some options and things like
It's a
that, then
great
or
earmark. It's
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
environmental.
it's got to be for something for green effort. So it makes sense that this committee would be able to advise on it. We're an
That'd be
advisory committee, and that's a good thing to advise on.
awesome.
Yeah.
That would be great if we just at least got to see the amount and put our own rubber stamp on how it's spent in the future would be really great.
Yep, I agree.
I love the street cleaner. That's awesome. But also, what if we could compost at all the schools with the NIP money?
yeah, we'll check on that.
I have more ideas. Just
So you're
coming.
looking for 3 stations at IAR? Is that right? Is that what I'm hearing?
We had looked at 3, but I think we can reduce that to 2. So
Is that
while
like,
I think it could be potentially less than that 6,000 that we're looking for.
but if you
I'll
got
get that
all
answer.
the money, would you want 3 or would you only want 2?
That's what I'm saying. I think we are going to look to reduce anyway, based on the spacing and how they're in and out of the cafeteria. Originally, we had thought it would take 3, but I think we can go to 2.
Okay. Okay, great. Thank you.
All right. Like I
And
said,
Garrett, I don't know if you know anything about the DRIP program, but if we could connect, I was hearing some at one of the school buildings and grounds association meetings. They were talking about DRIP money, which is similar to the LoSIP money, I guess. But I think we would have to probably coordinate town and board to try and apply for a grant on that end too. So we could look at that.
yeah, like I said, Sam and I will touch base and before the next meeting, and then we'll report back at least on that.
I also know that the Farmington Garden Club is giving out grants of $1,000 per grantee, I guess. But you have to go on their website and, download an application and send it in. But that might be something, for $1,000 that you might consider.
Do they allow non-501c3s to apply?
I assume so. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Is it just for gardening, the grant, or
No,
any green?
I think it's for civic projects. I mean, the garden club, does the kissing balls along the bridge or they help pay for those, they don't pay for all of it. They've done the pocket parks around town. So they do, but it's worth taking a look at. I could look into that if you'd like.
Here, I pulled it up from their website. Purpose of the grant is to fund a community-based project that improves public landscapes or green spaces, promotes environmental health and biodiversity, or provides lasting educational or ecological benefit for residents.
Well, that covers a lot.
Yeah, I mean, we can, I don't know Bree, are you a member of the garden club?
I am a member of the garden club.
Okay.
Nice.
No. I might just if you could put me in contact with someone so we can just find out if it's a possibility or not.
Okay.
That's all.
I'm happy to be in touch.
That's fine. Yeah, I didn't want to put you in the middle as both
I'm
on the
happy
garden
to
club
do
and
that. So demonstrates low maintenance. It does sound like these are for mostly garden kinds of projects, open space, that kind of thing. But let me find out, okay? So we'd want to know, can Green Efforts apply for money for composting at IAR? Is that right?
right.
Or Union School too.
Right. Or in the school system. Okay. Great. I will let you know.
All right.
Oh, yeah, it says applicants may be community organizations, schools, or small businesses who agree to nonprofit status for the grant. Not sure what that means. Okay.
Or it might be, or small businesses who agree to nonprofit status
Oh,
for the grant
I see.
project.
Right. Okay.
It probably means they can't profit off the project, but obviously
Mhm.
the school wouldn't profit off of it.
Right.
All right.
Okay.
All right. And then I don't know if Sam, if there's anything for energy efficient recommendations for town buildings. I did check with our project manager for the 1928 building under construction because I know that was a question that came up, and it's just because nothing's been programmed yet as part of the construction. So once or before the keys are turned over, I should say everything will get programmed for timing and everything like that. But as of right now, it's everything's individually controlled, so it's and for security purposes, everything is just kind of left on for now. But that'll be in the next couple months.
No, I'm sorry. I'm not. Was there anything specific I was supposed to look into on that?
No, I think it was just I think stuff had been done at Noah Wallace over the summer
Oh, okay.
at
Yeah,
the
that wasn't
schools.
really. Yeah, that was just the reprogramming of the monitors to an earlier
Yeah.
time. They had been 9 o'clock. I believe they made it. I believe they made it 6 o'clock at this point.
All right.
There is still a motion portion of that, so there may be a screen that goes on at night. If somebody walks by the monitor, there is still a motion part of it where the screen does awaken on motion. But as far as without the motion, they should be off at 6 o'clock at this point.
All right.
Yeah,
No,
that's all
yeah,
I
that
have.
was it. And that was just the reporting back on the 1920, but I think we talked about it in October, I want to say. Um, and then obviously we didn't meet in November, so just reporting back on that. So, all right. Anything else?
I have a question slash a great idea. um, for April, for our cleanup, like Earth Day month, is it
Mhm.
possible? Like, can we pull like maybe the last 3 years average electricity use at town buildings? Like, so can we get like how much the senior center used, how much the library used, how much Barney used, how much the schools used? Can we like, is it possible for us to run a contest for like by municipal building and say, if you like whichever building reduces their energy consumption by a greater percentage in April or whatever the billing period is, will give you some type of prize. Like, so it would be like Barney competing against the library, against town hall, but it would be a percentage. And just as like a, how can we get, like, I'm thinking win-win, like we're reducing costs for the town and we're reducing energy. And how can we just like, can we do like all the elementary schools or all the schools? Like, this is just like a idea for April. So like, the first question is like, can we pull energy use over a 30-day period? And then look, and then can we like, and what would the prize be? Just trying to think about Earth. Like,
No, I think
So I can answer that. Pulling past data isn't going to be a problem. I'm not sure how you would tie any energy reduction to actions that people take to reduce those because it's so closely tied with the weather, the temperature outside, the heating degree
right.
days.
yeah, I was gonna say
So it would be really
it's
tough to kind of parse it out and say that the occupants at Barney took proactive actions and were able to reduce a certain amount.
So I guess like if it's like if it's Barney in 2024 versus like the main library in 2024, as a percentage. So like how much, like everyone has the same weather, everyone has the same. So if we're only looking at it as a percentage reduced over last year, then everyone has the same inputs for last year. So everyone has the same bad weather. So I'm just wondering if we can just say like, all you have to do is reduce what you did last April
Well,
Mhm.
one,
as a percentage.
sorry. Um, since I mean, since Noah Wallace has, I mean, we've been paying attention to energy use there. We've had the computer monitors. I mean, it would just be interesting to compare last year to this year because there have been distinct steps taken there to reduce energy usage. Does that make sense? I mean, you could just report on that one
I mean,
building.
I feel
I
like I
think
complain about Noah Wallace, but I don't think we've been paid like we've done more at Noah
I
Wallace.
I
I
I'm
think
I'm all for doing the, shutting the monitors off, but I think as a percentage of the amount of electricity that a building like Noah Wallace uses, it wouldn't show itself in the data that we pull
Because
last
it's
year
all
versus this year.
refrigerators and heating and like the like lights
there's
are
I
flashing.
think
Okay, I get
it's
that.
like any business really. I mean,
Yep.
a lot of the lights are on timers or motion sensors as is. I think I can double check. I think we did I don't know. So through Energize CT, you can get a home energy audit. I think there was a municipal building program that came through and looked at ways to save energy. I I have to go through my desk at town hall,
It was
obviously.
Yeah, it was Amoresco. It was about, I want to say, 8 or 9 years ago.
Yeah.
So we did a number of projects associated with that. We've pretty much gone to LED everywhere as
Yeah.
far as our lighting at this
So
point.
yeah, so part of that
We
was
did we
converting
were
all
able
the
to
street
do
lights to LEDs.
Yep. We did steam traps. We replaced steam traps in certain buildings. We went to fin tube heating instead of radiators at Union. There were a number of things we did on that end.
So
Um,
there's no behaviors that are going to save the town a bunch of money.
um, See, I don't know that I don't know that I'd say that. There's no low-hanging fruit, is how I would put it. So
Yeah.
it's not, if we just put things on motion sensors, then we're going to save X amount of dollars. I think it would be, new heating systems
No.
that might be
Right.
more efficient,
Yeah.
or solar
Okay.
panels that we've looked into, something like that. Not that that saves, but it would save dollars, obviously.
I
Um,
think I think part of it is scale too. So, unplugging appliances in your home when you're not using them has a more percentage impact on your electrical bill than town hall turning off the lights an hour earlier.
Just
Um,
like your energy bill doesn't go down by that much when you go on vacation for a week.
Right.
It's your
exactly.
fridge and your fridge and your okay. I can back off this idea.
No, and like the server, the town hall server, it has to run 24/7. It's got its own heating and cooling system. It is loud. I've been in this. It is loud. Can't really turn that off to save some money because it's connected with the library and some other town systems. So it's I think it's one of those things of and I will say at least at town hall, aside from the building lights and even some of the hall most there's when you come to town hall for a meeting at night, there's some lights on in the hallway, but it's not the daytime lights. Um, None of the office lights are out. Everyone town hall actually doesn't have motion sensor timers. We just have individual switches, but everyone has turns off their lights when they leave for the day.
That's awesome.
Um,
Do
so
people,
I
sorry, excuse me, do people
yeah.
turn off their computers? I know when I worked in schools, we had some um, efforts to try to for a month to lower the energy use of the school, and um, not everybody where I worked anyway turned off their computer at night. Um, and I mean, I don't know how much energy that would save for every teacher, every municipal employee, or if it already happens. Um,
Yeah, it depends on I don't want to say it depends on the person, but it does depend on the person. So if someone has a laptop, the way our VPN works is your computer has to be on. So if I want to do some work over the weekend, I have to leave my computer on all weekend. Usually
oh,
if you have to leave early because you got to take care of your kid or something like that, you're leaving it on for the day. Some people do work on the weekends, but that again, it's not like the monitor's on and it's fully illuminated and everything like that. It's just really it's still running, but it's mainly in sleep mode. It's just the way the VPN works is that you're really remoting into your work computer as opposed to just accessing the files.
Oh, okay. I didn't know about
At
that.
least that's for the I don't know how the school system. I think the school is all on Google Drive, so it
Yeah,
doesn't really matter.
right. But we also, for the most part, have been moving away from desktop stations. So there's some Chrome stations that are in there, but even the teachers are moving to the Chrome books, so that they're
Uh,
most likely taking it home and charging.
Hmm. Oh,
yeah, it's again, it's more of a scale thing of 100 people in a building versus 4 people in their home. What they can do, I think, is really what it is. I think I don't think it's a bad idea, and there's probably some different angle to look at it from or to do it. And definitely there's I think there's something there. I just obviously it's December. We've got a few months to kind of
Yeah.
to discuss it more. So um try to come up with maybe something or something else we can figure out.
Yeah.
Or
If you
even
want to
just
start with some data, then just let me know. Pick a couple buildings. Let me know what you want me to
I love
have
data.
somebody pull together, and we can send it along to you. So just shoot me an email. Let me know what you're looking
Okay.
for.
I had a,
so
oh, sorry, go ahead.
go ahead, Mary.
I just had a question about the event in April. Um, it sounds like it's done in different parts of town, so there's people don't come together at one place at the end. Is that right?
yeah, we've got four. So basically we have the townwide cleanup. We set up 4 collection stations at Tunxus Hose, Farrington Fire, IAR, and uh, Tunxus
Okay.
Mead. So we'll have um, 4 dump trucks from the highway department. So they keep those at the 4 locations. We have supplies, so people go to any of the locations. They get bags, grabbers. They sign out, um, and then they sign out the grabbers. They come back. We weigh everything. We throw it in the truck. If it's over 25 pounds, it counts as 25 pounds. A single item, if it's over 25 pounds, it counts as 25 pounds. Um, at the end of that, we have prizes donated by local businesses. So give out prizes for different categories. And then we also get a grand total from the highway department. So they weigh the trucks in the morning and they weigh them at the end of the day. So we know what the total weight collected was. And I think we've been doing it for 27 years this year. I think we just did the 26th. Does that sound right?
Kate would know better.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably right.
So
I think we just
because
did 26th.
sorry, I'm sorry. Because it's not in one, or people don't come together in one place. I was wondering about, because you have a sort of captive audience of having some information available to the residents that participate about various aspects of protecting the environment or saving energy. Um, I just became a master gardener, and um, I know there's master composters, believe it or not, and they do presentations about composting. Some of the volunteers this year did a presentations at I think different food markets, farmers markets, about having a mosquito bucket that has mosquito dunks in it, and so instead of spraying with the pesticides, just put a quarter dunk in your bucket, um, once a month, and it reduces the amount of mosquitoes in your area. Or things about fast fashion, or what the town's already doing to try to encourage people to do that. I know it takes a lot of organization and people to do that, but is that something that is done in that, or is it for most?
Yeah, so we have pamphlets and brochures that I want to say we've gotten over the years, we'll say, that we have on the tables. probably due to get some more and get some refreshed and updated information.
Yeah.
Um, I think we still have the oven grabber rulers in a few of the
Yeah,
tubs.
it's bad.
So we're probably due to update some of that information. I know Bree had gotten something from the Hartford Garden Club last year, or this year, I should say. I forgot what it was.
Oh,
And we'd
Trash Talk,
yes,
which I gave
yes.
everybody a copy of.
And then
So,
we had a bunch of handouts for Blue Earth this year that Bree had gotten as well. So we have those available. Um, we could definitely, and it may be that I don't want to say we upgrade, but maybe we have like a trifold or something like that now that says, hey, especially now with the internet, you can have a QR, scan this to learn more about this, scan more to
Right.
learn about this. We can maybe do something along those lines.
We can make it a huge thing. Like the whole April thing can be big. If we have the energy on this committee, we can do so much. We can make it Earth Month. We can make it Earth, like, we can do a lot.
well, we can also talk about Earth Day. I mean, just that's been around, I think my generation knows that, we were around for the first Earth Day, but a lot of people just don't really know that much about it. So I think
Well,
that
that's why we do clean up when we do it. We do it on
Right.
Earth Day. Like, we can make it
Yeah,
a
we do it.
bigger thing.
Yeah, we do it as close to Earth Day as possible. It's a Saturday, but Earth Day is April 20th. So
Right.
April 20th. April Earth Day is a set day. It's not like Thanksgiving where it's the last Thursday of the month or something like that. So we do clean up as close to that date as possible. It coincides with the household hazardous waste. And then I think having the four separate locations is probably better than one, because you kind of hit the four sections of town and then people come in to these spaces and then they go out around town to clean up we'll say larger areas of town. There's some people that have their spots that they go to every year. John Vibert has his spot and he starts collecting April 1st every year. So he's ready to drop off on cleanup day. But I think that it's definitely worth a discussion of providing more information, updated information, and maybe different formats. You know, for adults having a QR code that you can scan and lead you to a website to learn more about, that's great. Kids love handouts. They like to hold something in their hand and read it there. So a little bit of both.
Um,
And we can also
some-
do like little trifold pamphlets too. I mean, printing, but of just doing, say, one part is about composting, one part is about dark sky, part is about energy efficiency, and do that as well.
Mhm. Even students might, maybe at the middle school or high school level, if there's an environmental club, they might be at the high school. Now, maybe they would be interested in doing some community engagement as being a global citizen and, promoting some of those ideas to the town rather than just to the high school.
Yeah, there is a green club, Enviro Club. I don't remember at the high school. I think we've worked with them in the past, but I don't know. Sam probably has a contact that we can reach out to because every club has an advisor, so we can reach out to them as well and see if there's any interest in providing us some updated information.
Yeah, I can do that.
Thanks, Sam.
so when is our townwide cleanup this year?
Saturday, April 25th,
Okay.
I think was the date I said. Yes, Saturday, April 25th.
Okay.
It's the last Saturday in April.
Okay. Great.
Yeah. So bulk waste is the week prior, and then townwide cleanup's the 25th, along with household hazardous waste collection.
Okay. So bulk waste.
Yeah, bulk waste is the 20th to the 24th. Townwide cleanup is Saturday, the 25th, along with household hazardous waste,
Great.
which is at the Monteith Drive complex every year.
Are we doing recycling at that one or electronic?
Yeah, that's e-waste. light bulbs, paint, oils, shredding. It's our
Okay.
shredding event.
Well, this is probably,
Another thing.
and do we still do the fabric, the textile?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's yeah, so we could probably do an update about that in uh the winter newsletter of reminding people of the textile
Remind
recycling.
people.
I
Right.
did get, hold on. I did get an update from them a few weeks ago. Um, yeah, in October, I got an update. So from April 11th to September 26th, they collected 3,352 pounds of textiles. So it went a little over 1.5 tons
We
So
should definitely
in
advertise
5 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could you send that to me? Just, I'll do a little.
Yeah.
And what is the deadline for the winter newsletter?
I do not know. It's probably in January.
Okay.
It's usually, I would say it's January, February, because
Okay.
we just did the fall newsletter, or it could be planned for once I know, I'll let you know, Bree,
Okay.
because we get like a 2 week notice,
Okay. Great.
and I can actually probably get an update from them.
Great.
I'll wait if the deadline is after the first of the year, I'll get a total from them for April to the end of 2025.
Okay.
And that way we can say we've
Okay.
collected 2 tons or something at that point. Sometimes it just helps to remind people about the program.
Right.
But I think it's cyclical too, because even when we did simple recycling, it was like it peaked in spring when everyone was cleaning out, and then it would dip during the summer when everyone's away, and then it would kind of peak back up again in the fall when people were changing out their clothes for the season.
Right. Okay.
All right. Anything else?
One more thing. Sorry. So, committee membership. We had an opening from the Republicans. We had now 2 openings from the Democrat side. Is Mary the Republican?
So Mary got appointed. Yep, Mary got appointed. Kate and John have not formally resigned yet, so we don't
Okay.
currently have 2 openings. I talked to Kate about it a couple 2 weeks ago,
So
3 weeks
Mary's the
ago.
Republican
Yep.
nominee. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. And then it will just be I
We
did
really
send an
need to
email.
get Kimberly on this committee. She
Yep.
is
Yeah. We just need
dedicated and has been like more than a year has been working to try to get on. So
Yep.
okay, so I can just reach out to Kate to get her to formally resign.
Yeah, her
Okay.
and I think John indicated he was going to step down as well, so I got to follow up with him
Okay.
as well.
Okay. No, like Mary, welcome. I'm so happy you're here. That wasn't meant as a slight in any way.
Oh, no, I understand you need to fill some seats because
Yeah.
I went to the last meeting and John announced he wasn't gonna, that he was resigning. And I heard Kate had too.
I'm gonna text Kate right now.
Yeah, so that would be the only thing is that we're just waiting on
I would just,
formal resignations to the town clerk.
yeah, and don't be afraid to put a bug in Patty's ear or Brian's ear or any of the Democratic town council members, just to make sure they're aware. I know Kimberly's been waiting for a while, so I'm sure they're aware of her. But I think the only way to sort of, at least on our side, the only way that line is cut, I guess, if there's a committee member that really wants to be a part of green efforts. So if there's somebody on the DTC that really has interest in being a member, I could see them getting the nod ahead of time. But for the most part, community members that are interested in joining, are put forward. So, and knowing John, I'm sure John's eager to get somebody to fill his spot quickly. And I think with campaign stuff being done, I would expect all that stuff to happen pretty quickly.
Mhm.
Yeah, it could have just been the timing of the year.
So
the screening
who
committees
does
and the whole parties get
Kate
just
have to
motivated towards.
contact who? Who does Kate have to
Well, to resign, she just notifies the town clerk. But she can also coordinate with Matt Hutwagner for the Democratic Town Committee.
I didn't know this was so political.
is
It is, but it's not, but it isn't.
Right.
Well, I was
It
a
just has to do with
Democrat, so.
yeah, it
It's
just
one of
has to
these
do with the
ones where
representation.
it's by the way some of the committees are formed, they're just supposed to for balance, there's supposed to be a certain amount from each side. And
Right.
for committees, I mean, the thing that always bothers me, even about the election stuff, is there's only so many people in town that want to volunteer for anything. So to make people duke it out, or have to be on a specific party, I wish people could just run for town council as independents, and it was as easy as running on the Democrat or the Republican side. It just,
Mhm.
but it's just not the way it is, and it's a charter thing, and that's a whole ball of
Yeah.
wax too. So
okay.
Um,
I just texted Kate and Kimberly on one thread. So
cool.
next meeting, it's
All right.
happening. It's happening.
Yeah. All right.
Any other business before we adjourn until January 6th?
All right. So unless we hear otherwise, from Keith, we'll plan on meeting on January 6th.
That'll be the plan, and then that'll be just regular meeting town council chambers, right? Because I think first town council meeting is the 13th this year. So or this
Yeah,
coming
yeah,
year.
yeah. So that's the reason, is that it ends up being before the town council meeting, but as long as there's not another freezing rainstorm, we'll be in person.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay.
Can't wait to see you all.
I think we
Dang.
need. Do we need a motion to adjourn, Garrett? Is that
We do.
necessary? Yeah, motion to adjourn then.
Motion.
Second,
Second.
and all in favor.
Aye.
Bye.
Have a wonderful night, everybody.
Have a
Bye.
wonderful
everyone.
holiday. Bye.
Happy holidays.
Take care.